For some of us, conversations with students come pretty naturally. We just launch right into whatever's going on in the day and sort of seamlessly enter into conversation. But for many of us, conversations with students, especially that we don't know very well, can be awkward and feel forced. So today, I would like to offer a solution. And the first thing that I'll say is to relax. You don't have to know everything in order to have a great conversation. In fact, sometimes students would prefer that you don't know everything about their world. They have plenty of people surrounding them throughout their day that know who the latest and greatest celebrities are and who the hottest bands might happen to be in the moment. What they don't often have is someone who will lend an ear and genuinely listen to them without an agenda, without an instruction, and without a reprimand. So remember, as we start this very simple tool, remember to keep in the back of your mind that being interesting is not as important or necessary as being interested. So the tool that I'm going to give you is what I'm calling a FAST conversation. F-A-S-T. A FAST conversation. I'm not really a huge fan of acronyms, but this is a memorable way to think about this. So number one, F, that stands for family. Hey, how many siblings do you have? Where are you from? Have you always lived in this area or have you moved from somewhere else? So ask a question about the family. Engage them about their family, their siblings, their parents. Find out simply just sort of what's going on in their family. That's F. Number two, activities. So family and activities. A stands for activity. What do you like to do in your free time? Do you like to play video games? What about Netflix? What are you watching on Netflix these days? Again, engaging students about their activities, what sports they play, what are they in theater, are there in activities outside of school? What do they like to do? Do they have hobbies? So engage them about the activities. The third one is simply school. What school do you go to? What grade are you in? What's your favorite subject? What do you like to do during study hall? Any of those things, or what's your favorite part about your school day? Any of those things would fall into the category of school. Family, activities, school, and then the final one, the T, it stands for take. Once you've engaged a student in some basic information about themselves, try, if possible, to take them to another student. Maybe a student that you know goes to the same school as them, or maybe likes the same team, or whatever it might be. Make an attempt to say, hey, have you met Joe? Have you met Sally? Have you met this person over here? Take them over to that student and engage them. Say, hey, Sally, so-and-so goes to the same school as you. Have you guys ever met? You guys both like to, whatever, dance. You're both into dance. Like, why don't you talk about that for a while? And the important part in here is stay with them when you take a student to another student. Stay with them briefly until maybe you make that connection, or they make that connection, or at least engage each other in a couple of brief sentences of conversation. So there it is. FAST conversations. Family, activities, school, and then take. And here's the best part. When it comes to having these conversations, if you're 2 or 3 questions deep and you don't get anywhere, you don't get any response, guess what? Don't worry. You've done your job. You know, some students, they need their personal space. Some students don't really love to just outgoingly engage in conversation. But here's what you've done by engaging them initially. Here's what you've done and shown them that you're all about. You have shown them that though they may not want to talk right then, that you're available. And if students do want to talk, absolutely, go for it. Be ready to follow up with great questions or have good follow-up questions and be engaging in that way. And I only have one warning when it comes to this FAST conversation technique. Make sure you're paying attention for signs of when students are done talking with you. Let's say you've engaged a student for a 2 or 3 minute conversation and a student starts to give you nonverbal cues that, hey, they're done. They want out. They want that space, especially if you don't know that student very well. They start looking around, checking their phone, kind of like make sure you're able to read those cues. And then, you know what? Get out of there. They're done. But you've shown them the message that you're trying to send them is here at Logic. We're a place that we show Jesus' love through a willingness to be available and have great conversations. We want to show them that they're important. And if they ever need anyone to talk to, then you're available. So there it is. Try your best to have a FAST conversation with a student this coming Logic night. Have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you.